Hi guys, so today we're having a look at the eye primer from 17. This is £3 for 10ml and it says it's all in the prep with this non-greasy, super mattifying eye primer, perfect base for creating truly show-stopping, eye-catching looks. Technically it doesn't mention long wear, but that kind of to me is the point of a primer, so I'm hoping we're going to get a good long wear out of this. So I've got a little application section just doing my eye makeup on top of this, and we'll just check in throughout the day if there's any creasing or wear. Right, so let's get this on. Man, I wish I was testing something for eye bags because this is getting out of hand. But also may explain why I've been AWOL for a little while. So, it's got quite a wide nozzle. Look at that. Anyway. Is this going to be a tinted? Oh. It is tinted, but it wasn't the colour I was expecting. It's got a kind of green cast to it. Okay, anyway, I suppose if you've got lots of veins or if you've got redness on your eyelids, it might help with that yellowy greeny. Actually, no, it would have to be redness, it wouldn't help with veins. Okay, anyway, let's see what it blends out like. So it's definitely got pigment. It is kind of brightening actually. So that's not a bad thing. I just tend to steer away from yellow. I don't think my skin suits pulling kind of yellow tones, so did I actually squeeze out almost the right amount as well? Okay, tiny bit less. How did I get the right amount in one eye and not in the other? Oh dear. Okay. So, definitely got an even kind of brightened canvas there. So that's nice. So now let's see how colour blends on it. So, not doing anything terribly exciting, or, you know, still doing colours, but it's not going to be too complex. So I'm just going to quickly go in with my brow shade. The shadow has cracked, so I can't lift it up, but it's just a Kiko one that kind of matches my pale skin tone. And I'll zoom you in. So yeah, nice and smooth. It's not grabbing anywhere, which is nice. So I'm just using kind of familiar eyeshadows, so that I know if there's any problems that it is primer related. Because I kind of thought, should I have reviewed this when I was reviewing the eyeshadow palette, and then I thought no, there's a problem, you don't know which one it is. So I always try and add one new layer if I'm reviewing. Okay, looking nice. So I'm just using the P. Stack 'em Up palette. This is the blue one. Talk is cheap. Blue green, amazing, fun shimmer. So, big fluffy brush. Just going in with that Money Moves quickly to. Sorry, money moves and I'm doing it quickly. Although these days my money definitely moves quickly. If you're new to the channel, I bought a house that needed a lot of work. That's where all my money and time has been going. Okay. So again, this is going on nice and smoothly, but this is basically going on top of the other shadow, so, you know, not exactly surprising. Right, so, little crease brush. I swear this is clean, it's just stained. And going in with Gold Digger, which is the really deep kind of petrol-y greeny blue shade. I love it. Look how pretty is that? I was thinking for speed I maybe should grab a bigger brush, because I do have to get to work today. I like doing it with those tiny crease brushes, but I don't think for time it's the right choice for today. Okay, so again, that colour's looking nice, it's not grabbing. I don't feel like the kind of weird tint I noticed to the primer is visible at all with the shadow. Like, I don't think it's changing them. That's good. It definitely just feels more like it's had like a weird choice of corrective tint added to it, rather than try to be like a coloured base or anything like that. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that just now, and next we're going to grab Boss Babe, which is a shimmer, works better with your finger, so let's see how that goes. Look at this base. Oh, I just dyed my hair last night, that's why it's purple under my finger, by the way. I love this colour. I love this palette, to be honest with you. I think I could do with a tiny bit of black in the crease. Deepen it up. So the other shimmer in this palette is like a duochrome whitey blue-green reflect, which I will totally take and do my inner corner with once all my other makeup's on. But yeah, I'm going to do a quick bit of black to deepen up the crease. Not that you guys need to see this, but you're staying around anyway. And then I'm going to run and do my rest of my makeup so that I can go downstairs and work. Yeah, I just wanted that little bit more definition in my crease there. If I had time, I would sit and take the colour much further out, but like I keep saying, it's a work day. I need to move my backside. Right, so we'll start the wear test from here. It is just before 8 o'clock. So yeah, we'll see how this primer, how it goes throughout the day, whether we have any fading, any creasing. I'm hoping not, because, you know, affordable options are always good to find. Fingers crossed that they work. Right, I'm back. It's actually just after 11 o'clock, so we've had 15 hours at the moment. I wish I'd done a check-in earlier, but there was literally nothing to update you on, right? And then I went out to go check some stuff at the house because I got new carpets today, and go to my Pilates class, and on the way to my Pilates class, checked my email, got a job rejection, got upset and cried. So it looked fine when I left the house, and it doesn't look fine now, and I don't know if it's because I cried. So I basically need to do another test of this, but I'll zoom in and chat about what we've got anyway. So, you know, most of it looks fine, you know, the lid's really nice, the crease is nice, but we've got this little fading bit in here, and it's the same on the other side. So To be fair, I am going to use this another day, just to make sure that it's, whether it's this or whether it was me crying that's caused the mess up, basically. So I'm not going to sit and do my eyeshadow for the next time. I'll just do a quick shot of when I've finished it, and we'll check in at the end of the day and we'll see where the problem lies. Morning, so just a quick check-in to see today's makeup before we start the wear test. Ignore this eye, there's like a scar bit in here that makeup just isn't adhering to properly. But anyway, we'll mainly focus on this eye. I'm going to try and fix this when I've got time. But yeah, so we'll see how it wears today. No crying, please. Right, I'm back. So it is almost 10:30. So, you know, we've had this on for a good 14 and a bit hours. Again, I'd done this before I started work. We didn't cry today. And it's still a disaster. So, I'm so glad I gave it a second chance to make sure, but it's definitely not the primer for me. Let's zoom you in. It looks okay as long as I keep my eyes open. No. Yeah, so believe it or not, there was 3 separate shades on this eye today. So it isn't as drastic, but yeah, not worth it for me. I want my shadow to stay where I put it, so definitely in the goodbye category. So long, see you, won't miss you. I would say grab the Barry M one. See that I've used this to death. It's a whole £2 more expensive for the same amount of product, but it is also vegan, and it works. My eyeshadow doesn't crease with this, so okay, technically it's, you know, close to double the price, £3, £5. Still pretty darn affordable. So yeah, unfortunately this has not worked for me. Not a fan. Will not even be using up the tube because there's no point if it leaves me looking like this. I'd be as well wearing nothing. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. But actually, I know what I meant to check. I meant to do the whole swatching to see what it does pigment wise. So just in case anybody is still interested in it, let's do a wee strip down my arm. And then I'll just swatch some shadows. So, oh, my freckles are looking crazy. Okay, anyway, so I did check out the colouring in this, by the way. It's got red, white, yellow and black, so there's no reason for it to have looked green. Just did. I don't know why. Everything I've got sitting around me is green. So, anyway, right. Let's go back into that palette that we were using. I'm just going to grab Hustle. Just like a matte kind of sky blue colour. So it's definitely helping with the pigmentation, although it also looks a bit darker. So it's kind of, it's more pigmented but also kind of warping the shade. I'm going to try it with Level Up, which is a really dark navy. So yeah, same thing, it looks a bit darker. Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good thing in my mind anyway. I'm going to grab Boss Babe, which is that shimmery one. I'd be so confused if it managed to make that darker when it's a shimmer, but it has. Okay, that's weird. I've never seen a neutral coloured base making my shadows darker before. Just going to grab the number 7 palette. Just going to go in with the matte brown, just so we can see it with like a neutral shade as well. So again, yeah, it looks darker. It's so weird. I'm used to things looking more pigmented, you know, like a more saturated colour. Brighter or darker if it's a really tinted primer. But yeah, this is weird. How gorgeous is this colour though? How have I never reached for that before? Honestly, that's the first time I've even swatched that. I can't believe I've never touched it. Whew, so pretty. Right, anyway, so the primer for me is a no-go. If you've got any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back to you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ooh, colourful hand. Bye guys.